When you're not getting better, you're getting worse. Because the world just keeps moving. It'll leave you behind really quickly if you don't remain relevant.
My word is everything, and I just won't ever budge on that.
You don't have to make a cold call, and you don't have to door knock, and you just chuck it on social media, and all of this sort of stuff. And I'm just going to generate leads. Like, I laugh at those people because they might be doing that now, but it's not what they did at the start.
Yeah, so having good people is a key ingredient, right? Got good people, you can do anything. If you have a will and a want to do it, you will discipline yourself to engage in the activities that other undisciplined people won't. Because what starts you off on your journey of success in anything in life is your motivation initially.
Welcome to the One Goat and the Property Guys podcast, brought to you by Harcourts Property Centre. I'm Sam Devlin, lead host and absolute legend of the podcast industry. I've always got Spudley Wudley, Nathan Bang Bang O'Neill, and Aaron Brooks alongside me as we look to navigate real estate, life, and the general business landscape as we interview people and find out if they truly are a goat or a spud.
Welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back, Samuel Timothy Devlin.
This will be great.
Mate, looking forward to this.
This is going to be very exciting.
Mate, you're going to get grilled today.
Oh, can't wait.
So,
Open book.
So, Sammy, look, mate, you're meant to be the deep thinker of the group, but I would say that, Sammy, you are definitely the strategist of the group. Mate, you're one of the great real estate moguls, in my personal opinion, mate. It's firstly, let me start by saying what an honour it is to be in business with the GOAT himself today. Sammy, just look, mate, you are super, super passionate about real estate, auctioneering, our business, all things real estate, mate. You love it. You started... Well, I got such great memories of you starting as a young whippersnapper with June Cranich down at the Wellington Point office.
Yep,
Junie.
Vicky.
And you started your career in leasing.
Yep.
And quickly realised, hey, listen, I'm a good salesperson here. And then you got stuck into your auctioneering. And, mate, the rest was absolutely history. Like, your rise to stardom has been absolutely epic, Samuel.
Still going.
Mate, you could have
going.
You could have done anything, right? Because, mate, you're a great bush lawyer.
Yeah.
Like, I know that if anything ever needs to be written that sounds like it comes from a lawyer, Sammy's the man,
Sammy's
right?
the man.
Oh.
So, mate, why did you get into real estate in the first place?
Oh, well, for me, it wasn't I fell into it. I always wanted to do it, and I entertained my folks to go to uni. Mm-hmm. And I can still remember very clearly having sat down to write a 10,000-word essay on marketing. Mm-hmm. And I was about 4 words in at 4 a.m. in the morning when I decided uni's not for me. So I think I always wanted to do it. So in year 11 at Iona College, proud Iona man, you guys would know. Oh, we're very proud down in the Bayside, Wynnum Grammar.
Oh, and the great Wynnum Bugs,
the Wynnum Bugs, the mighty Bugs, exactly. So we're very proud down there. But in grade 11 legal studies at Iona College, we did a real estate semester,
right, on
real estate, and so that's how I got into it.
Did you pass it?
Flying colours.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure in my year 12 Ionian book, it said most likely to succeed.
Really?
Yeah.
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 Well,
so,
he was the publisher.
Yeah. No, I'm taking a bit of liberty there.
Yeah.
But no, so I always wanted to do real estate. I entertained my friends. My mum and dad for a while went to university, and then just got stuck into it pretty much. I had a false start though. I started in sales as a PA for a company at Morningside.
Right.
Didn't last too long.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Is that because you were too good, or
I think
they weren't
so.
quite ready for
No,
you yet?
they wanted me to cold call all day. I thought they were nuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you can cold call all day, no issues
I
now.
can now. Yeah. So I went and pulled beers at Carindale Golf Club.
Right.
which is where so many of the greats of Harcourts Property Centre
Paddy
started.
Ivy.
Paddy Ivy. Yeah. Now we've got Butterworth.
Love.
I call him Butterlove for some reason.
Oh,
Yeah, Butterworth, mate. But no, it's where I met Paddy and his family. So, no, we love Pacific Gulf Club. I don't know how we got onto that, but anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. We just keep finding out more about you, mate. So tell us a little bit about Sammy.
Mate, just a young bloke out here having a crack from the Redlands.
Yep.
Proud Southsider. And yeah, just a real estate happy man.
Yep.
But I've got a wonderful wife, Victoria.
Yep.
Little Timmy and Rosie.
Yep.
And they're the main part of my life these days. I
Yep.
have this little real estate business on the side.
Yeah, nice. And Timmy, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, mate. Mate, Timmy loves to punch me up. Every time he sees me, I don't know, he's got this affiliation with trying to give me a touch up all the time. I don't know what that is.
I don't know, but
It's you in his ear.
No, it's
him
not.
up.
I tried to settle him down now. I actually said to him the other day, I said, mate, at the moment, you are 95% smart ass to Aaron, 5% kind.
Right.
And I said, mate, you need to try and get that to 50-50.
Oh, 50-50. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought at least 80-20.
No, well, he shot back with 90-10.
So that means he'll be nicer to me.
Yeah, he should be.
Mate, that's great.
Yeah. We're working on it.
I felt so bad the other day. I went down there because I was at the office. We'd finished an auction, and I said, Sammy rang me. I said, what are you doing? He goes, I'm going to watch Timmy play cricket. I'm like, mate, I'll come down. Anyway, so a couple of minutes passed. Then I go, which school is it at? Yep, great, it's there. And he goes, you better hurry up because he's going out there to bat. I got there 10 minutes later, he was out. Right? Anyway, as soon as he sees me, he's into me, stole my phone, stole me credit cards. He's just into me, right? Anyway, I'm kicking the footy to him, and he's just looking at something in the distance, and I pass the ball to him, hit him straight in
the gonads.
In the gonads, and dropped him like a sack of spuds.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get back to that. So, mate, you work super hard. You put in long hours. Every time I'm looking at my phone early in the morning or late at night, there's something from you in there via email. How do you find the balance in your life between, obviously, Victoria and the kids and all of the friends that you have? You've got a good network of people around you. How do you find the balance in between that and running a really big real estate business?
Yeah, I don't know if it's balance. I've sort of, real estate is now just ingrained in my life. It's sort of what I do. So the business is a big part of it. I think for a long time I struggled with the concept that they could coexist. And I think I'm probably fortunate that Victoria was in real estate. And so she does get it to a degree, and supports the time. But no, I think it's now just part of my life. Like it just, I don't know if there's necessarily balance. I probably am still looking for that. I just try to, auction on Saturday, one sells prior, whip back to watch Timmy play cricket, go to my next auction.
Yep.
I think a couple of Saturdays ago, we had an auction at a mate's place and Timmy was there and he wanted to come around to all the auctions for the rest of the day. No, I think it's now just part of my life. Like it's there. I go to work. I come home. Being more technologically blessed than you two, I can send a lot of emails and do a lot of work from my phone.
Yep.
So I just if something's there, we often say everything to Jen is like a level 10 issue, and I'm not too different to that. I just like to, if something's there and I can action it really quickly, I'll do it.
Just do it. Yep. And obviously that takes a fair bit of discipline to be engaged in the moment at that given time. You got plenty of discipline, Sammy?
Heaps of discipline.
You do, actually.
Most disciplined person I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, discipline. Well, we talked about time management.
Yeah.
Was last week the first time you actually turned up to a director's meeting on time?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Is there a question?
Not known for his punctuality, but known for being a cracking human, but not necessarily punctuality.
No, I suppose my question, we've spoken about recently, we're in unfamiliar territory based on our size. For all of us, we haven't do that. you take a lot of the burden of the operations of the business on. How do you handle that and the pressure that's involved with that? And, as we continue to grow, do you feel how you have to navigate? How do you see that? How do you deal with that? Because there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I suppose I don't. Something happened this morning, 5:30 a.m. Monday morning, wake up, get an email from a department that you never want to get an email from. And I think a lot of years ago, or many years ago, I would have spent time dwelling on that and I couldn't move past it. Whereas now I think to myself, yeah, we got that email. But there's no point me worrying about it because, one, there's no consequence attached to that email. So I might as well just answer the questions and move on with my life. And I won't worry about it again. So I think it's probably placing stress and pressure where it's actually required, not so preempting. Yeah, the consequences could be far-reaching. I get that, but they're not far-reaching today. And I can deal with that in 5 years' time. I can deal with that whenever I need to deal with it. I don't need to deal with it mentally today because you'd paralyze yourself dealing with 100%. What we deal with on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
It can consume you.
Yeah. And like anything, every good business owner needs to expand as their business expands. And there's absolutely no doubt, mate, that you have 100% done that. I mean, we cast our mind back to, 8 or 9 years ago. Kicking out our first office. It was all rough and ready.
That. We were good.
Mate. Then
polished concrete.
We bought Trenny's business and, here we are with 250 family members and, before we know it, that'll be 3 and 100, not 3.
Yeah.
So, as the business has evolved, mate, there is absolutely no doubt that you, and I'll give you a rap, you have really immersed out of, I guess as an operator, you have continued to grow, develop yourself, and stay ahead of that bell curve all the time, right? Like you put a lot of credence and a lot of importance around, being ahead of the game, all of those things, which are critical because our people need someone to follow in the real estate arena. You've taken it seriously. How do you go about doing that? I mean, how do you stay that focused on real estate itself? And what does it look like moving forward for you?
I think I suppose my drive to continue to get better has just come from, I've sat in so many training sessions and I always take little bits out and you guys have probably seen me. I don't like going to a conference without writing 10 notes and trying to implement something out of it. So I'm always trying to get better.
Yep.
And that is just from a point where I remember a long time ago, somebody said to me, well, if your business isn't going forward, it's going backwards. It's because everyone around you is going forward, or all your competitors, or your good competitors, anyone that matters, they should be moving forward. So if you're not, you're going backwards. And so that's where that came from. I think my drive around training and, a lot of the time, I run a 12-week training program, which repeats itself every 12 weeks. And last year there was a bit of commentary around, well, isn't it time that we advance that? And the more I look at that, I go, yeah, well, you can. But those fundamentals in real estate have stayed pretty well true for the last decade. I think I've been running that program for 5 years or so. And those fundamentals are still there.
Yep.
And so now it's just I look at it as, I call it level up. So how do we level up that process?
Yep.
And that's probably what I'm looking at now. And it's 1%, is it LSKD or whatever that brand's called, who 1% better every day.
Yep.
It's just looking at all the little processes we have and going, right, how do we make that better? And that's what gets me excited. And so, yes, I might repeat myself every 12 weeks on the same training agenda.
Yep.
But we're always looking to improve that. And I think you spoke about discipline and consistency. Well, no one's invented how to make weights any lighter yet. So you just have to keep doing the discipline and the consistency around those 12 key fundamentals. And it should work out. But wouldn't. We're not complacent either. And I think the great thing about the Harcourts group or the network of people that we all know is that we can learn so much from our peers and try and implement it into our business. Now, no two businesses are alike, so I can't steal everything from one business and just insert it and know that it works. But if you have an appetite to get better, then that should never stop. And big Marty Cooper over in the North Shore of Auckland says better never stops. And I suppose that's another
it's
thing.
so true though, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's one of those things that when he said it the first time, I was like, oh, I actually really like that. And, I now think about it a lot of the time. And I had a guy I went to school with had a tattoo on his arm. And I remember it clear as day now, which is good, better, best, never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. And I think that has always held true to me as well, is that you just have to keep trying to get better.
Yep.
100%.
Now I just need to try and parlay that into my health and nutrition.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got to get a tattoo too, because you lost a bet some time ago. You need to get a Sydney Roosters tattoo.
Yeah.
So what we might even do at some stage through the podcast
We're going to get them live in here, are we?
We should do that.
Yeah.
I reckon we should absolutely do that.
Yeah.
Well,
With
you're
our
getting it on
goat
a butt cheek,
Pilates.
so I don't know if we want. I don't know if we want to have that live, but we will have some evidence that it's been done, right?
Well, we could have a little curtain, my head just here.
That would be funny. I'm sure people would actually tune in for that. Where do you see the landscape of our business, not necessarily ours, but the industry itself moving forward?
I see it bigger and smaller.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is I can see there being really big agencies like ours that have a lot of support and admin and marketing, and that we're part of a franchise group, but we also are a organisation, corporation in its own full right. And then I see it really small.
Okay.
The boutique operators. That
1-2 man bands.
Yeah, 1 or 2 man bands. They'll be highly profitable, but probably not as they won't have the support and the ability that we have. I think now, and I look at our business and the amount of collaboration that happens between agents, either in our offices or between our different offices. So the Noosa guy's referring to Brisbane, the Brisbane guy's referring to Noosa, the Gap over to Wellington Point, Point, up to Clown, wherever it is, there's a lot of opportunity there. So I think the big, I think there'll always be a place for a big agency like us, but only if we continue to offer more and better support than what's being offered at a smaller.
And that's
level.
why we're going to get better, right?
Yeah, we have to.
Yep.
We don't have a choice about that.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Some time ago, someone was telling me a story about I'm right into bears. Like we obviously used an analogy at a previous podcast, but if we're getting chased by a bear down a hill and it's just you and me,
I've only got to be faster than you. But anyway, keep
well,
going.
see, if you looked at me and said, "Mate, I'm not the world's fastest runner," I say to you, "You don't have to be. You just have to be faster than me."
Yeah.
And I think that probably doesn't apply to you, because I think you, as a competitor, don't necessarily always just want to be faster than the person beside you. You actually want to be the best you can possibly be at it,
100%.
which is a credit, right?
Yeah.
Because you take it seriously. In terms of what do you think it takes to be a really good real estate practitioner? Like what makes an elite salesperson an elite salesperson?
Well, yeah, we spoke about it on a prior podcast about this will versus skill, and I agree it's more will than skill, because you can have all the skill in the world, but if you're not going to wake up and use it, then there's you won't get out of first gear. So I think the first thing's drive and hunger, and just that innate ability to hustle. I also think they have to be a really strong planner, and then they need to execute on top of the plan. So I think there's heaps of people who will sit down, they'll write a to-do list, and then they won't execute it. And so they got half they ate half their breakfast and then they didn't follow through.
Yep.
And so I think the most skillful people in our business do more of the doing. They take time to do the planning, but they just do more doing than everybody else. And so we all have 24 hours in a day.
Yep.
I know that if my only role in this business was to generate listings, I could make 300, 400, 500 calls a day.
Yes.
Yeah, I would just sit there and I would bang them out one after another, and I could do that.
Yep.
And I don't think people realize how much work you can actually do, because the best analogy I can give you, and I remember clear as day, it was probably my first conference I went to as part of the Harcourts group, and I wrote down this full list of stuff, and I was meant to be going there on a Sunday afternoon, and all I wanted to do was get to the coast, and, back then I was, quite a party sort of guy. I was ready to go. I just wanted to get there, but no one ever works harder or faster or more methodical than the day before they go on a holiday.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I thought conference was at that stage. I was like, this is this.
Yeah.
This is a holiday. And so, no one works faster than that. But imagine if you work like that every day.
Yeah.
Because you're capable of doing it every day.
Absolutely.
You just don't choose to. And so, to be the most skillful operator in real estate these days, I don't think it's skill. It's a want to keep working. And I always see people in our offices just, they don't move as fast as what I would. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. They're moving to their speed, but if I wanted to be a serious operator in the Pat Ivy and Carmen Briggs and Benny Carroll and Team Johnson mould, Lukey Burden, you shouldn't name names. But if I want to be if I want to be an operator like all of our top 20, I would just concentrate on do more of the doing and just execute.
Yeah.
So Luke Burton credits you for the success of his business. Being a business owner here in Brizzy, moved up to Twanton, didn't know a single person, had a really good understanding of what real estate was all about, but followed your 12-month level up program to the T and did more than you asked him to do.
Yeah.
And your words to him were, mate, just do this and you write $1 million a year in your first year. $1 million of fees in your first 12 months.
Yeah.
He was a bit peeved off because he got to 960 or something along those lines, but we're talking a substantial business in the first 12 months.
Yeah.
Because he credits just doing what you told him to do.
Yeah.
So is it hard to do that?
No. Yes. It's incredibly hard.
Yeah.
It's discipline.
Yeah.
And that is basically it. Like I know he would work till 8 o'clock on a Friday because he didn't hit his numbers for the week.
Yep.
And I don't know. And everybody Luke says to me now, he goes, mate, someone else must have done this. I said, they've never done it like you've done it.
Yeah.
And he was, there's a screw loose or something. He didn't just do it.
Yeah.
Like
he did more.
He did more. And so, what I actually said to him was, if you do this, you'll earn $1 million in your second year of real estate.
Yeah.
And he almost did it in one.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt, looking at what he's doing at the moment, he's got 250 odd people in a pipeline that are going to sell in the next 12 months, confirmed will sell in the next 12 months.
There's a lot of fees in that. I mean, that's drinking
it's
out of
$8 million
fire
or something that if he lists everything. Like it's ridiculous. But he just followed a process, and I'm not the smartest guy in the room.
True.
Yeah. Again, I take it back.
You're a wise guy.
I am the smartest guy in this room. It'd be hard to challenge me on it later. But you won't win. So I'm the smartest guy in this room, but I'm not the smartest guy in every room.
Right.
But one thing I know is if you follow a process and if you trust the person who's delivering you the message, then why wouldn't you just execute and do it? I think so many real estate agents go wrong because, and we spoke about it on another podcast that there's these real estate trainers out there, so you don't have to make a cold call. Just chuck it up on social media, and all these fandangle way that they're going to get business. When in reality, our job is to build relationships. And I've never built a relationship sending a flyer. So I don't know how that's possible. Now, I've built a relationship from making a phone call and asking somebody to go for a coffee. And I've built a relationship knocking on a door or, standing at Timmy's rugby league match. And I've built all these relationships, but I've never done it from sending a flyer. And we're doing a research thing at the moment in our office as to where our listings came from. And we did it during our business planning. And during business planning, I asked everybody, where'd your last 5 listings come from? And no one told me. No one told me they got it from a flyer. And so no one told me they got it from sliding into their DMs. So, there's all these things that people go, mate, just be on Facebook and Instagram and you'll do this and you'll do that. And it's great. And it may help you, but I think that feeds the credibility piece. It doesn't necessarily feed the listing, the listing folder.
All right, Sammy, you're the self-confessed smartest man in the room.
Yeah.
If you were to go back to your 25-year-old self, what advice would you give? And what's some goat-worthy advice
You have to go back further. Cause
go back to 20.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Advice to a 20-year-old me. So I think if I was going back, not that long ago, guys, 12 years, to 25, did you say? 11 years ago. So 11 years ago.
Our audience won't believe that. But anyway.
Hold your license up.
No, I think the best advice I could give anyone is just know that you are way more capable of what you currently think or what you're currently doing. I still think that now. I think I'm more capable of doing more tomorrow than I did today. And so I'd give myself that advice because I think you speak about it often that you're only worth $1 more, or you're only worth what you think you're worth, right? What do you say? You say it better.
You're not worth 10% more than what you think you're worth.
Yeah. So in that analogy, I probably do have a high opinion of what I think I'm capable of.
You're capable of earning trillions.
Yeah. So I'm
there is no
in
glass
my head,
ceiling.
in my head there is no glass ceiling. Yeah.
Is there anything that you do that you're not the best at?
No, I haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
I just haven't found it yet.
Because, mate, obviously, you're a guy that sort of tends to lack confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't say, what I will say is I actually am not good at networking. I don't like meeting people I don't know.
You hate going to them.
Yeah, I hate doing
but mate, when you know them.
Yeah, once I know them. Mate, I'm the great. I'm way better than them.
Mate, karaoke, absolutely loves it.
But no, I don't like, I'm not good at networking.
You're not going to roll into a function where you don't know anyone and roll around and introduce yourself to everyone?
Couldn't think of anything worse. I'm not the junket boy. I do my solid best to avoid junkets.
Yeah. Which is funny though, isn't it? When you look at it, because you on the surface, and particularly once you get to know someone, more front than a Myer store, right? Yeah. Like you roll into the auctions like, oh, here's Don Juan DeMarco. Like we're talking a serious player here. But it's interesting, isn't it, that somehow you really got to force yourself and put yourself in a position where you get out of your comfort zone. And it's proven that you've done that throughout your whole life. So when you do need to go and do things like that, how do you engage yourself to go, right, I'm on show now, like I'm out here to perform, like auctions, like rolling into a listing presentation. How do you get your mind around that and get it right?
I think I'm quite confident with the knowledge I have.
Yeah.
And so...
So knowledge is confidence, right?
Yeah. And so going out and doing an auction.
Yep.
I probably should have won 4 REIQs in a row, in my opinion.
Yep.
The judges got it wrong.
You haven't won one, have you?
No, you have though, haven't you?
I have, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
what year?
2000.
Yeah. So
That was
I got the trophy still.
2000.
yeah.
Do you want to, I'll bring it and put it on your desk. I'll just cross my name out and put yours in there.
yeah. So
Sam, the triple threat Devlin.
and I did want to win the REIQ thing, and then another guy who I looked up to said to me one day, Sam, why would you want to win that competition? Like, it's a competition based on the most
Unrealistic.
no, what was it? The most. I can't remember the wording he used exactly, but he basically said that the auctioneer is the most unimportant person in the real estate fraternity. And I was like, wow, that's rough. And he goes, well, why should there be a competition where that person has no influence? Sam, how many auctions have you sold where there was no registered bidders? And I was like, none. He's like, exactly. So you can't influence that at all. How many auctions have you sold when there were 10 registered bidders? Heaps. He goes, so the agent's the most important person. Anyway, that always stayed with me.
Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah.
The agent's by far more important.
Yeah.
However, the difference between a good auctioneer and an ordinary one can be a very big outcome on auction day.
No,
right?
100%.
So-
Anyway, to get back to your question, it is just around, being confident in what I do have to say.
Yep.
When I'm meeting somebody new, I like if I have something in common with them,
Yeah, no problem.
awesome. Yeah.
See, Sam goes out and networks with knowledge.
Yeah.
I just know a little bit of everything, but not
Yeah,
enough
right.
of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if that's quite true.
But and we love the REIQ, by the way. Nothing against the
One of the
auctioneer
great
club.
organisations.
One of the greats.
One of the greats. Day to day, like how do you get yourself mentally prepared coming into work? Right, game time. Do you have any rituals that you go through just to get yourself ready for the day?
No, I don't have too many rituals. At the moment, I'm probably more ritualised now than I've ever been.
Yep.
For me, it's probably going to bed early.
Yep.
Is probably the big thing. I think the last 2 years I've probably taken my bedtime from sort of 11 p.m. down to 9:30 at night.
Yep.
And then I wake up in the morning and wherever I have to be, I just make sure I'm good to go. And some mornings, I might be a couple of minutes late to a director's meeting on a Friday morning, which you told me last week you want to make earlier next year. So
I did.
just kidding. You did say that.
I did. Yeah. 7
So
o'clock in the
no,
morning.
but from a ritualized sense, I don't have a lot of rituals other than making sure that I'm in bed early and trying to do everything that I possibly can to be right for the next day. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, that's a goat interview for today, mate. So you've obviously just taken out the goat straight away. I mean, the
Decade.
voting already started well before the podcast went on.
This is
just goat.
Go. Yeah.
All right. Well, Sammy, mate, thanks for sharing some of your insights, mate. Really appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks so much for joining us for another episode of One Goat and the Property Guys. Remember, make sure you vote for if they were a goat or a spud during the last episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe to YouTube and at Apple Podcasts so that we can keep creating great goat-worthy memories.